Good morning to everyone. Training about firmware development. So, by introducing myself, as a senior firmware engineer in private concern, I have totally 5+ years experience in firmware development in various industries like automation, biomedical oriented devices, and IoT domains. And hands-on many real successfully implemented many real-time projects like wearable ECG monitoring device and security device for petroleum industries. In my experience, I handled many 8-bit and 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit microcontrollers in my projects, and also handles many industrial IDEs, which is closely related to automation industries. So, in today's session, we are going to see about what is firmware and a brief explanation about firmware and what is the difference between firmware and software. When we're talking about the word firmware, whenever I came to explain my career about firmware, many people don't know about the word firmware. It's a technical word. An ordinary person can't understand the word firmware. But while we are saying about software, they can easily understand what is the software because nowadays everyone are using PC, personal computer. So they can easily understand what is software. But when I explained about I'm a firmware developer, they can't understand. But the real thing is the things around us are mostly come under having the firmware. For example, while we taking a smartphone, a smart TV, or washing machine, microwave oven, TV remote, everything around us having the firmware. So, what's the main difference and what is firmware? We have to know about that. So mostly software, when comparing with when taking as a example piece personal computer, so we are doing many operations in by using the software. We can use many applications. We are opening a Word document, the Paint. What are the this is a general purpose. We can do the things, many things in that. But the firmware is designed to do a specific task. So it's a pre-programmed one, and the main thing, the hardware, small hardware will be controlled here. So firmware is used to control a hardware and do a specific task in a repeated manner. This is the main difference between the software and firmware. And when coming to the size of the program, when comparing to software and firmware, software is doing many various things, various applications. Program size, code size will be in gigahertz, megahertz, and gigahertz, gigabytes. But when comparing to firmware, designed to do a specific task, so the size of the code will be very small. It will be in only kilobytes. The software is operated with the user interface, and each and every time we have to feed some input to open a operate and software. But firmware is automated. Wherever the automation comes, the firmware will be comes. So, for example, when we are taking already I had told about the washing machine. When as a normal person, we can see the washing machine is used to used to wash the clothes, and we are controlling some settings like that. But they have a circuitry inside of washing machine to operate the sensors and timers, everything to control the is a pre-programmed. They have some controls to operate that process. So this is done with the pre-program. It was already flashed into it. So when comparing to software, software can be updated whenever we required. User can update whenever we required. We can update easily. But firmware we can't update like that. It will be without developer knowledge. We can't update the firmware because it was under the control is using to control the hardware. So it requires some external circuitry to update the firmware. For example, if you are want to change the operation of a washing machine or a microwave oven, you need to replace with the new version. You need to completely change your product. So this is the main difference between software and firmware. So in this course, we are going to cover about where are the in where firmware is using, what are the things we need to implement to develop a complete product. These are the things we are going to see in this training. So this course will covered with what are the microcontrollers available in the market, how can we choose a microcontroller for a specific application, and what are the communication protocols we are having, and how to communicate with the peripherals. These are the things we are going to see in this course. The communication is a main part in the firmware because firmware will be depending on the device. It will be an independent module, or it will be a part of a large module. When comparing to washing machine and car automation, washing machine have a single circuitry to control every peripherals like sensors and timers, everything. But while taking car, they have a small modules. For example, they have a braking system, temperature control system, airbag system, and door controlling system, like everything. So most of the firmware devices are a part of a model. So we need to communicate each controller to a main processor like that. For that, we need some industrial communication protocols to communicate with each other. So in this course, we will cover with that communication protocols also, and the have peripherals we need to communicate externally with the microcontroller. So these are all also communicated with some serial communications or parallel communication, and these are all the things we are going to see. So after completed this training, you can see the things in a different point of view. Before this course, you can, when you see a washing machine, you will just understand what is the action it's doing, what's the performance is doing, like that you can see. But after completing this course, you can see whenever you see the washing machine, you can think about the technology behind that product. What is the firmware inside it? What are the things we are controlling? What are the inputs we are giving? And what's the output? After completing this course, we can develop a firmware by our own for our application. Wherever we are going with automation without any user interface or repeated task, we are going with firmware. So after completing this, you can develop your own firmware by controlling to control sensors and output LCDs, LEDs, and every peripherals. As I explained before, in market, firmware development is a very good method because they have many appliances and electronic devices are using firmware. So where in most in many industries we are having this opportunity as a firmware developer. So wherever the automations is coming, the firmware development will be there. So you can join as a firmware embedded firmware developer or a firmware tester or an analyst like that in many industries like car automation or defense or in the biomedical oriented companies. Everything will get the opportunity as a firmware developer. After completing this course, you will be very proficient with embedded C programming because we are going to use a embedded C for developing our firmware. And in this course itself, you can get the knowledge about what are the compilers we are going to use to develop that programming. So MindMagics is also providing you a certificate as you have trained as a firmware developer. So these are the some topics related with firmware development training. I have already told about the communication protocols in that we need to communicate each module one another. So for the communication, we have to go to wired and wireless communication. So with the wired communication, there are many communications like I2C, SPI, UART, everything. Wireless communication, they have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. So these are all under this course. In this training, we are going to do 3 projects. It will be comes with some microcontrollers. each project will be cover with different microcontrollers with 8-bit, 16-bit, and 32-bit. Mostly firmware development will be in three models. It will be a basic model and a middle model and a high level model. The basic model, small scale model, so it will be developed with 8-bit microcontrollers. The operation will be very small and the peripherals need to interface is also very small. So first project is in the first project we are going to use a 8-bit microcontroller. So it's a very simple project. Just we are going to interface with only hardware interfacing, keypad and LCD to display the password we are entering and door locking system. That's all. So in the second project, we are going with RFID based attendance system. So here the input will be with RFID. The RFID card reader will be interfaced with some communication protocol. Here we are using two Admega microcontroller inbuilt in that. We will project is a biomedical monitoring system. Monitor some biomedical parameters like temperature, respiration, etc. and etc. Here we are going to use ARM microcontrollers. So the three projects are categorized by their functionalities and peripherals which we are using in that. But according to that, we are categorizing these three projects. So after completing these three projects, you will be very familiar with all types of microcontrollers. And before starting this training session, we have some system requirements, like we need a, Windows OS and have some IDEs to develop our firmware, like Kale, MPLAB, AVR, and Proteus is a software to verify our output with hardware. So this is a very important software we are going to use in our training. So here I have mentioned some resources to get additional knowledge about firmware development. Here I have mentioned some books for C programming and embedded C programming and firmware development. So there are some websites also I have given in here for your additional references. So as a part of this curriculum, we will discuss about some mock interview questions in every session. So what are the things we covered in the session? We at the end of the session we will discuss about some mark interview questions because we are going with career oriented training. So the industrial people will expect some knowledge from us. So for that, interview questions are designed. These are the questions mostly asked in MNCs and automation companies when you are going for this firmware development question. Here I have mentioned some questions about microcontrollers and basic C programming. So the questions will be in both C programming and C or C++ programming and microcontrollers. According to this, I have designed some questions. So these are all the things in our demo class. Once again, I'm thanking you to giving me this opportunity.